So today's video is going to focus on something that went pretty wrong at our house. It's actually more like a series of unfortunate events, except nobody died. So that's a plus. So in my last couple of videos you'll have seen a 2007 Ford Explorer Sport Track with a single overhead cam 4-liter V6. Now that particular engine and that particular car is prone to have a thermostat housing failure quite often, if you will, and ours failed. My sister was driving it and the truck overheated. Now the reason the truck overheated is because there was no coolant inside the truck at all. Oh, that's an over exaggeration. There was some, but there was not much. So my dad and I woke up early this morning, went out to the truck and decided to take it apart and do the parts ourselves. Because if we were to go to another place, they would have charged us like $400. So it's actually a very simple job. All we need to do is take off the upper radiator hose,
there's nothing in here.
Yeah, that's why it's easy.
and another hose that goes to the heater core. From then on, you have 3 bolts that are on top of the thermostat housing. You just take those out, and then a hose that goes from the thermostat to the engine block. The whole unit comes out as one piece. Now before you do take those out, you do have to take out the temperature sensor cable as well. Just take it all out as one unit, it'll be easier to do it that way. Now inside this unit is the temperature sensor, the thermostat, and the plastic housing itself. What happens is the bottom part of this housing tends to crack and leak coolant and cause your car to run bone dry, which is not so ideal. Later in the day we decided that we would go to Pep Boys to get the new parts. So we get to Pep Boys, and honestly the parts felt really cheap at Pep Boys, and the sensors didn't fit together correctly and it was just a little sketchy. So we ended up going to Ford, getting the full Motorcraft parts. Now once we had gotten the thermostat housing out, once we had gotten the lower radiator hose out, because we decided to replace both of those as well, we decided to clean the floor. You know, just to make sure that no cat leaked up some raw coolant off the ground and ended up dying. So when I opened the faucet to clean the floor, the faucet broke.
Oh, we got a problem. Yeah.
The faucet broke off the thing. Sorry.
Now all this happened on Thanksgiving Day, so it meant that we had a little trouble getting a plumber out to the house to fix it and all of that, and we also had some other issues. Long story short, we ended up fixing the pipe with some radiator hose and some hose clamps. Surprisingly, I'm editing this video almost a month later and it's still holding, which is pretty awesome, but we're gonna get it done by like a proper plumber. Now once you get your thermostat all together, put your thermostat in there, put all the O-rings in, and reinstall the old temperature sensor, which is what the Ford tech told us to do. Said that the sensor will be fine for about another 100,000 miles, and I'm going to take his word for it. It's just the reverse of pulling everything apart. It's very easy, everything bolts back together. I even got the torque settings from Ford, and they are...
Top one's 97 inch-pounds or 11 Newton meters. That's the bottom one. Top one is 10 Newton meters.
Put the bottom first. Now what's the bottom, top one?
Top one is 10.
89.
Yeah, 10 and 89.
So you turn.
Now when it comes to putting the coolant back into the car, you do need to bleed the whole system, which is what I'm doing with this big yellow funnel. Just to make sure that no air bubbles are left in the system. It makes the whole thing a lot more efficient. Now, being as I'm almost done, and being as everything went really smoothly, now that we're coming to the end, this is where we find out it didn't go so smoothly.
Okay, go. Do you see anything?
Yeah.
Huh? Where?
Bottom.
Where is it leaking?
It's from the radiator.
Son of a...
See?
Holy shit. That's a lot of fluid. There goes $40 in coolant. No, $60 in coolant. I can't believe I didn't see that. Was this there when when you looked underneath earlier?
No.
So it just happened when we started it.
So you gotta change the radiator.
Yep.
The fucking radiator leaking completely.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's going from everywhere.
Okay, so next video is going to be replacing a radiator on a 2007 Ford Explorer Sport Track.
So if you want to see more of these videos, hit subscribe. There's going to be a lot more coming, including that part 2 where we replace the radiator. And like the video if you liked it. Either way, go do whatever you do on the internet and have a good one, guys.